We're going paperless, the general counsel announced. Leaning back in his chair with a smug grin, your system is ancient. He said it in front of the board and the buyers, in front of everyone whose respect I had earned over years of diligent work. Ancient. That was his word for me. I didn't even blink. I just closed my binder, put the signed documents inside, and let them think I had become useless. What they didn't know was that my old-fashioned habit would become the thing that brought him down. When I first joined the company, it was a small family-owned business just barely surviving. I stayed late, learned every contract line by line, and made sure every deal was secure. I believed in it, not for the money, but because it meant something. It meant stability and the future. Then he arrived, the new general counsel. He wore expensive suits, had an Ivy League degree, and a list of important people he liked to mention. He didn't respect hard work. He wanted shortcuts, digital signatures, fast processes, and loopholes disguised as efficiency. He called me a relic, and I guess to him, I was a man with piles of papers, insisting on original signatures in real ink when the world was uploading everything to the cloud. But relics, I've learned, last longer than trends. I saw the betrayal before anyone else. The deal was worth $90 million, a merger disguised as a partnership. He told the board everything was safe. He said the buyers had signed their part digitally. He bragged about how quick it was and how my way would have slowed everything down. But then the buyers made their move. They tried to cancel the contract, claiming no legal document existed. The digital copies had been lost and the data had been corrupted on purpose. Panic spread through the office. Millions were about to disappear, and the general counsel, Mr. Paperless himself, couldn't find a single valid copy. I could have said something right away, but revenge is about timing, not acting on impulse. So I let him suffer. I let him sweat in meetings, desperately searching for files that didn't exist. I let the board stare at him and watched his confidence crumble under the pressure. And only when I saw the first sign of weaknesses, hand trembling as he adjusted his tighted eye act, I texted him a photo of one page. It was the original document, signed with real ink by every party and sealed with their initials. My initials, too. The copy I had insisted on keeping against his orders. Within seconds, my phone rang. His voice was low and shaky. Where did you get that? You told me paper was useless, I said. So, I kept it for myself. Silence. Then I heard him whisper to someone in the room with him. We have to buy it back from him. That was the moment everything changed. For once, he was powerless. I had what he needed, and he knew I wasn't giving it away for free. I made him wait 3 days. 3 days of lawyers circling frantic board meetings, and sleepless nights for him. 3 days of silence from me. Then, when the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife, I walked into the boardroom with my binder in my hand. Every eye turned to me. He avoided my gaze, his arrogance completely gone. I placed the original on the table carefully, like a surgeon laying down a tool. This, I said, is the contract you almost lost. The board members leaned in. Pages turned. Relief spread across their faces as they realized the deal was valid. $90 million was saved. Then I turned to him. You called my work ancient, I said softly, but it's the only reason this company is still here. The consequences were immediate. The board didn't fire him. Not yet. They did something worse. They cut him out. In every meeting and every deal, he was pushed to the side. He was slowly stripped of his power, while I was trusted and given a higher position. His smirk never returned. I watched him shrink day after day. A man holding his degree while everyone remembered the man with the ink. Do I regret it? No, because betrayal isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a smirk, a dismissal, a guy telling you you're irrelevant. And revenge isn't always a dramatic explosion. Sometimes it's patience and careful planning. He thought he had buried me with the idea of progress. But when the buyers tried to erase us, it wasn't his cloud that saved the company. It was my binder, my ink, my hands, the relic. And that relic now runs the company. Imagine yourself in this story. What would you do? Share your answer in the comments.